got him on Saturday. Or Saturday night. So Jonesville PD had seen the car show up like 4 or 5 days ago prior to that. And we started, or they had sort of started looking for it because they saw that they had a Tennessee dealer tag on it that they believed to be fictitious. So they started sort of watching it and whatnot. Well, finally, they got a traffic stop on it Saturday night. They went to stop it. Of course, he pinned it. They chased him about 8 or 10 miles, and then they hit 77. And their cars they were driving, they didn't have. They were driving like a hybrid Explorer, and he absolutely waxed them. Yeah. So we waited. Me and my lieutenant and a few other guys were on 77, waiting for him to come south. We didn't see him for a few minutes, so my lieutenant went up 21 to see if he had shot down a back road, and literally he hadn't made it 500 yards from where we were sitting. Wow. And the guy pulls out of a little side road called Jennings Road, and the chase was on from there. I chased him 28 miles. We got him when we finally got him stopped as we were going into a place called Mecklenburg County down into Charlotte. Yeah. We threw spike strips, and we got him down there, arrested him, and his demeanor was, of course, he had bought the car. He won't come off any information. He lied about everything. Said he bought the car. Said he had a legal, purchase of the vehicle, and blah 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 blah. Right. Of course, I explained to him after it took us 24 hours to figure out that the car was actually stolen because they had done such a good job of changing VIN numbers and stuff. They had a VIN number that actually matched a different Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
Wow. Same year, 2016.
No, it was a 2017. Okay. But the thing is, the VIN plate, the sticker VIN plate that goes inside the driver's door,
right?
It was gone.
They didn't. It was just missing, or they replaced it with something else.
No. They took it completely off.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, it took us a little while to sort of sort through everything. Then we figured out that it was stolen. They changed VIN numbers and one thing and another, and it's still an open investigation. We're working it. There's still some other stuff, not specifically with your vehicle, but with some other vehicles. We're working that to sort of see what else is, because we're about 90% certain we're going to tie him to some other stuff. It's just going to take it. It's just taking some time. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah. But his demeanor was that, this ain't the first time he's done this. So I talked to Prince Williams County, and according to them, this is not a very uncommon vehicle up there. And also, right now, the Hellcat edition vehicles are the most stolen vehicles in the nation.
Oh yeah, no, I've been researching this every day since mine was taken, man. I didn't realize there was a problem until I woke up to the sound of mine without me in it.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be hard to say whether it was stolen. Man, it could have been stolen by somebody else, and then he could have no joke bought it. But the thing is, he bought it knowing it was stolen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
because he had an altered he had an altered title, so he knew it was stolen. I don't know. I mean, he could have stolen it. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You didn't happen to have video of who stole it or anything like that, did you?
I do. I have him getting in it and whoever was with him. And how tall is he by chance?
I have to go back and look at my paperwork. I'm just ballparking right now, probably 5'10".
5'10". Okay, it looked like a taller individual, and I understand his girlfriend was in the car with him. Is that right?
Yeah. And the girl in the passenger seat was a shorter girl. I would probably venture to guess that she probably didn't have anything to do with it. Okay. Because I know her family, and I'm not saying she's a good person or anything. I know sort of their demeanor and how things are, and I'm not saying she couldn't have anything to do with it, but I would doubt it. If she did, it would surprise me a little bit, but either way, was the guy that stole it black or white or?
I couldn't tell, man. It looked like he had a mask on, and it was with a Ring camera, and the quality was like night vision mode. So
what kind of build was he?
He looked taller and slender. He had a backpack on.
That ain't gonna be my boy I arrested.
Okay, is this a heavier guy?
Well, yeah, he's short. I'm 5'8", and he may be an inch or so taller than me. Okay, but he probably weighs 250 or better. Okay, he's a little bit thicker build. He ain't tall and slender by far. It could be. There's probably a ring of people that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I think what's going to end up happening is I don't know if we'll be able to find him or not, but we're hoping to be able to link him to several other stolen cars. The guy that was in it the night I arrested him, he also admitted to me that he has a red eye Hellcat somewhere.
Okay. Do you think he lives right around there?
He thinks he at that time he thought he was getting away with the stolen car, because the night that I arrested him, we didn't charge him with the stolen car because we didn't know the car was stolen. It took us to the next night. I had to do another search warrant and get back into the car to dig into the VIN numbers a little deeper before we could charge him with that. But he admitted to me the night that I arrested him that he has a Hellcat Charger somewhere, and it's a red eye edition. And then I kind of thought he might have just been blowing smoke about, trying to flex on how much money he's got. But then I had Jonesville PD go back out and re-interview the girlfriend again, and she admitted that Charger does exist. He does have it, but she don't know where it's at.
Interesting.
So, and I'm only to assume that car's stolen as well.
Right. Yeah,
so,
I would have to assume
there's going to be more. And then he lived in Winston-Salem PD. In Winston-Salem City down in Forsyth County. And they told us that 2 weeks ago they had a Hellcat Durango stolen from a car dealership, and they got in a chase with it and lost it.
Damn.
So, I can't, of course I have nothing saying that he stole it, but it just only points in his direction, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, at least he probably knows who's in him. I think it's a pretty close-knit group of people doing this.
Absolutely, and I'm going to tell you, he knew his stuff. We got to talking about the Hellcats and stuff. He's pretty knowledgeable. So he's done his homework on Hellcats, and specifically Hellcats. So, he knows his stuff. He's pretty knowledgeable about what's going on. So hopefully we're going to be able to tie him to some other stuff, and we're going to work our way that way. But, either way, at least we got him out of your vehicle.
I love that. Again, I never expect to see it again. So it's great to know that A, it popped up, and B, the guy that in it got arrested. Again, I don't know if it's the same clown that was in it the night that I woke up to it, but, either way, I'm still content with that.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. And here's the deal. I'm in contact with Prince William County. I'm going to, tonight, they're supposed to be sending, I go back into work tonight.
Okay.
I was off the last 2 days. They're supposed to be sending me the original copy of their report and anything they've got on that. I've also been in touch with a couple other agencies on some stolen cars that we may be thinking that he may be involved in. And I've got an agency in South Carolina sending me a report. I got an agency in Georgia sending me reports. So I'm going to try to dig through this a little more and dig into it and see if we can hopefully link him to some other stuff and hopefully put him away for a little while. As of right now, he's under $150,000 secured bond in Iredell County. And then he's also under no bond because he had fugitive extradition warrants out of Georgia.
And so how long does that keep him in jail for, I guess, whenever his court date is, right?
Until he can either pay the bonds or with Georgia, they won't issue him a bond until extradition's been served. And I don't know if the bond out of Georgia is on a probation warrant, which means he had been convicted of a crime down there, and he ran from probation.
No, he's screwed.
He's probably going to get some active time in Georgia. So it sounds to me like he's probably going to pull a bit of prison time down there, and then he may have to come up here and face whatever he's got going on up here, depending on what all we're able to charge him with. I think that I'm probably done charging him. I don't know that I can get anything else on him unless one of his stolen cars just happens to float up into into our jurisdiction. But I'm going to say that Forsyth County is going to be able to thump him with something if we can ever prove that he stole some other stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys can. Again, these guys are pretty skilled, so they can kind of hide their tracks. But they're sloppy. These guys that messed with my car, they just happened to mess with somebody who didn't know it was a problem. So I thought it was just the typical looters coming through the neighborhood. It's happened before, but they messed up the first night, and so it took them probably 4 weeks to get their second opportunity, and that's when they actually got the car. So they do make mistakes. And
that was the second time they had come and tried to steal that car.
So the first time I didn't put one and one together. I didn't know they were trying to steal it, but I came outside after the gym. It was dark out again, early in the morning, and I saw the window tint was scratched on the inside. And I was like, that's weird. And so when I got out and looked at it, the whole A pillar of the car had been kind of dinged up and bent in a little bit because they were trying to break into it. And maybe my dog barking scared them off from breaking the window that night, but they tried both sides of the car and they didn't get in. So I didn't, again, put one and one together. I got it fixed up, and then within a few days of having it back, they came back and stole it. You know, I've got footage. Again, I'd be willing to help any way that I can if you need any of it. Again, it's really hard to tie anything, but you know, these guys came back and taunted me on Thanksgiving. You know, it was kind of sick, but again, I'm just glad someone is being held accountable for what happened, because again, it's just like these things typically don't have good endings, right? And I think they came from Facebook. So I was getting ready to sell the car at the time, and I listed it for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I didn't realize that they share a half-mile location with listings. So if you guys are proactive enough and you guys have extra Hellcats lying around like mine, you guys could probably set up a trap for these guys. I guarantee they'll respond. The guy that hit me up within a couple days or within one day of that listing going live, he was talking sketchy. I mean, it just didn't seem right. And he was talking about guys from Mississippi trying to steal these cars. You got to protect them. There's scams, all this stuff. And, you know, something was just weird about it. But, you know, if you guys are, again, like looking for ways to try and find these clowns, I guarantee you put a listing on Facebook Marketplace, something for sale, you'll have guys coming to scope it out. If it's near one of your major highways, I pretty much.
Hey, let me ask you something. You don't happen to still have those Facebook messages, do you?
No, I do. I can send those to you, but I think it's a fake profile. But I'll send them to you. The guy's name is Tavarius.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. If you can send those to me, you want to send them to my email, or you can text them to this phone, either one.
I'll text it to your phone. It'll be easier. I'll just take screenshots and send them to you.
Okay. Yeah, this is my work phone. So if you can just take screenshots of them, send them to me, and that way, I don't know. That intrigues me a little bit that it was on Facebook Marketplace. How did they get into your car?
So they broke out the driver's side window, and unfortunately my Ring didn't catch anything other than them driving off in it, which is shocking. It's 15 feet away from it. I don't know how they didn't trigger the motion sensor to get onto it, but they broke driver's side window, and I don't know how long they messed with it for, but they started it right up with a brand new key, because I kept both of my keys in a signal blocking box. So when you say this guy knows what he's doing, again, they have to know what they're doing, because they're getting into these things and they're able to basically set them up for, you know, reprogramming a key in the middle of the night in like 5 minutes. So he broke the driver's side window, and that was that.
So they had another key. I wonder where they're getting these keys at.
Well, they can buy a fake key or a spare key off Amazon, or get it from a Dodge dealership, just like any other owner could. And then again, I think they steal like a locksmith's key tablet, something of that sort. And they're out there basically like any mobile locksmith could be, programming a key in your at night. You know, it's unfortunate, but I think that's what they're doing. And I think they've got a lot of these people in this ring working at these Dodge dealerships. I'm part of a group on Facebook, you know, Hellcat related, and people are taking their cars in for service, and they're trying to get stolen right there. So it's just like broad daylight.
That's sort of what I was wondering. Like, I wonder if they had somebody working inside at a Dodge dealership.
Oh man, I bet you they've got. I mean, these guys don't get paid much at these dealerships, and they're shitty people to begin with. I think that there's a guarantee that at least one of these dealerships has a mole in them.
Okay, that's cool. That's interesting to know. That's interesting to know. Me personally, dude, that's why I don't like touch screen or touch to start cars. I don't like it. Yeah, I feel like it's too easy I feel like it'd be too easy to do something like that.
Yeah, no, it makes me sick to my stomach how easy it actually is. I didn't realize that, but it makes sense. It's just technology, it's electronics, right? I mean,
sure.
But now Dodge allows you to lock your RFH, which is basically like your key hub, so they can't make a new key to it, and neither could you. But you know, there's ways that you can get around it now. But most of these owners aren't doing this stuff.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, man, I thank you for all the information. If you can send all that to my phone, and I'm going to put all of this in my report. I got more paperwork to do on this tonight, and I'm going to do some more work on it, and we will kind of go from there, man. And if you don't mind, I may call you back if
Sure.
I need some more information or whatnot, but I'll try. I may be back in touch with you if you don't mind.
That's not a problem. You can call or text me. Again, this is my cell phone here, and like I said, if you have any pictures or videos of the vehicle, it would be greatly appreciated. I don't even know if you're willing to maybe drive down to the lot that it's held at and film some stuff for me. Again, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd slide you some money for that. I mean, I just want to see this car so bad, and I'm 5 hours away, and it's not worth me going down there to look at it like that. But again, either way, I'm here to help you. If you can help me out, I'm certainly appreciative.
Awesome, man. I will. And it may be tonight when I get into work before I get you any pictures, but
sure, no rush.
I go in at 6 p.m. tonight, so
Okay.
I'll be back in touch with you after that if it'll work.
Okay, yeah, man, no rush, and be safe, of course.
All right, yeah, hey, man, do me a favor. Send me those Facebook messages,
I'm
please.
gonna do that right now for you. I don't forget.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep, my pleasure.
Have a good one, sir.
You too. Bye.